On this edition of Stories of Stuff, I'm going to talk about the Eddie Van Halen banned skateboard. That's right, there was a skateboard that came out in 2014 that was banned. And I'm telling you, they scrubbed it from the internet, they scrubbed it from existence. But I found one. I found two. And that's on this edition. The Eddie Van Halen skateboard right here. Check this out. This is a Jet Skateboards longboard, downhill board. It made in America, and this has the famous Eddie Van Halen stripes. Now, this skateboard, you won't be able to find anywhere, and I just got damn lucky when I found mine. But not only did I find one, I found two of them. And I'm going to tell you the story of how that all came to be. Now, of course, if you know any of my background, I knew Eddie personally. He was a good friend of mine. I'd been up to his house many times. And I even had on an opportunity the chance to get a photo with him holding his guitar. Now, I held the runaround edition of his Frankenstein famous 5150, as it's called, striped guitar. The runaround edition was the one that was in the runaround video. Wow. So that's pretty easy to, put that one down. But the stripes were slightly different than some of the others, but it wasn't Ernie Ball. And we were together at a photo shoot, and he said, "Hey, why don't you put this on, Brad, and get a photo with me?" And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And so we did that. It was so cool. And he remarked, as I leaned on the guitar, he said, "Come on, hold it like you play it." So that's the famous photo. But as the years went by, you could find everything. Probably one of the most famous guitars, famous trademarks known is that Eddie Van Halen stripe. There's been striped jets. There's been striped cars, vans, motorcycles. In fact, there's a whole nother story about Eddie Van Halen's Harley that had the famous stripes on his tank, but it got stolen. So anyways, when I was partners with the world famous Boyd Coddington building cars and hot rods, we actually did a truck for Eddie. And we did the stripes subtly down the side. And he said he couldn't even drive that thing around because everybody instantly knew it was him behind the wheel, even with limo tinted windows. And we did special Eddie Van Halen striped wheels for it. It was a great project. But the other truck was one that was a giveaway truck. It was striped tremendously all over it, and the wheels were just striped. They weren't actually machined with the world famous stripe. But getting back to this skateboard, in 2014, Jet Skateboards released this longboard for luge longboard riding, for downhill skateboarding. Now, this one has been used. I was able to acquire this one from a famous pro skateboarder that I know. I had put out the word that I'd been looking for one, and you could barely find anything even on the internet about these skateboards because Eddie Van Halen owned a company called EV Licensing, and that company really monitored who could do what. In fact, at one point, Nike put out some tennis shoes, and those tennis shoes had remnants of that world famous stripe. They were pulled. But many others tried, including Jet Skateboards. Now, they put these out. I have heard through the grapevine, they were told, pull them. So they pulled them from their website, but they also had to claw these back from all of the skateboard shops that were out there. But because I put the word out with my skateboarding buddies, I was able to find a pro who rode for them that had this used board. Yes, all here in really good shape. and it is decked, but my quest wasn't done there. I had heard that although they clawed them back, internationally, there was maybe one or two out there because they didn't ship them back. They were just supposed to cut them in half and destroy them. But I found one. And here it is. Still in the wrapper, brand new, never ridden. It has the sticker still loose inside. That's just a sticker moving around. You can see it moves. And never even decked with any grip tape. This one I was able to find down in New South Wales. I had it shipped up, and now I have not one, but two of these elusive boards. That's right, the Eddie Van Halen board that was banned, and I have two. And that's the story of the Van Halen skateboard. Come back again, because I'm going to have some more stories about stuff.